Hey guys, we're here playing Titan Transnational, and this is a fast advanced deck. We have sand sensitivity grid as the main idea. So the big question here is, do we push this Atlas out really early before he has breakers? And I think the answer is probably no, because we lose to like Test Run, we lose to SMC, we lose to Parasite if we use the Quandary. We lose to breaker in hand. After he bounces, installs a breaker, runs again. So I think the answer is we don't try this yet. And we just ice our centrals and wait. That said, scoring this Atlas early is really strong. Okay, it's a prepaid Kate deck. If you're playing against Opus, they often want to put their Opus down early instead of running. And that gives you some areas to push the Atlas. But now with the diesel out, he's got a... Yeah, there's the SMC. He might have got it off the SMC. He might have got it off the diesel, in which case he might have been fine. We're going to just play these out. And I'm going to double draw. I know it's third action, but it's fine. Getting one piece of ice on this sand would maybe let it stick for a couple turns. That's a big maybe. So we're gonna need $8 to score off the sand. And then he's gonna kill it. And then we're going to have an Atlas token we can use to find what we need, which is actually money at this point. I am playing Restructure in this deck, so I kind of don't want to spend too much too early. Okay, he's going to save me the trouble and just trash it. Now we can use Jackson to put it back. Pretty pleased about that. Another prepaid. Lucky find. Wow. Just fantastic opening draws from him. 2 prepaids that early and lucky find is exactly what you want, and not always what you get. So we drop this. That's... it's expensive, right? Let's try to bluff him with the Caduceus. See what happens. If we can get to burn the SMC and he doesn't have another one temporarily, that's a good chance to maybe go through that way. Maybe he wouldn't even run this because he thinks I've got... You know, he thinks it's too obvious. You can like just sneak Naked Atlas out. Or lightly guarded Atlas. No, he's going to run. That's fair. So if we trace him for $3 here, I think Caduceus has done his job and we can get him to go through again. He's going to get Mimic after all, sure. That's his best long-term solution. Let him trash mark if he wants to, then his bank will be so low he can't go through. So we could interns the San and money next turn, putting us to 8, which is a threshold we need. It's gonna run here. Yeah, actually pay your money. That's a good idea. So does he have Stim Hack is the big question. Because we have options here. Like we could do Ice Wall install Project Atlas, and that would probably stick unless he's got like test run or something. The Hive we can't afford to actually score afterwards. Putting the Sand in here lets them have a recovery turn. I'm actually feeling the heat. Just because we have so many agendas in our hand. I'm going to push with this and maybe not use the Hive at all. The Hive is probably one of the best ice in Blue Sun that you could possibly have, but it loses a lot of value when you're trying to rush agendas early, because once you score the first Atlas, it's got 3 subs and you overpaid at that point, especially with Lady running around. So we lose to Clone Ship or SMC on his 3rd action and run. But he just does a regular run. He does not have the Clone Ship or SMC. This deck is not a stable deck, is what I've found so far. You cannot just stabilize and take minimal risks. You either take risks that are calculated and pay off, or you lose. So I think it's definitely worse than the same kind of deal out of Hub. But see, I'm in at 1. That's going to affect this ice wall as well, but oddly we can advance the ice wall and be safe. So yeah, we get another Hive, which we don't want. We're going to score our Atlas here. Yeah, the Lucky Find costs 2 actions. He must have been thinking he could run, bounce, install the breaker, and then run again. Scavenge? What is he doing? Oh yeah, he doesn't want to actually scavenge. He only has the SMC in there. Same old thing. Okay. Pretty good economy option. Yeah, Quandary says ETR here. Makes them pay $1. I'm fine with this. So our Atlas token doesn't get anything particularly useful right now. Oh, well that seems good. We definitely don't want this high-risk investment in our hand. Let's dig for money. We have beanstalks that'll be quite nice. Or we get more agendas. Holy moly. Let's throw out the 3-pointers. He's got $7. Yeah, he's not going to shard us unexpectedly. So scoring the hostile, I don't love it, because the bad pub gets put to really good use by Shaper. Between trashing sands, that kind of thing. Lucky Find again. Yeah. But you didn't run archives first, so if you're gonna makers, you might as well run the archives and get the agendas to be shuffled back into the deck. Yeah, so he's definitely missing out on an archives run there. You see restructure, and okay, I'm starting to warm to the hostile takeover because getting $7 now, or a net of 5 is gonna get us closer to this. The big question is he playing Data Sucker? If he's not playing Sucker, then advancing the ice wall once gets it away from the Atman, and we can maybe just put our Alice in there and score it. Yeah, he's gonna launder the archives. Great money move. Jackson, high risk, high risk. We're leaving the Sansan there on purpose because we want to interns it. There's a second Sansan in the deck as well we could draw. Same old Maker's Eye, nice. So like Kate decks now can just pump out an incredible amount of money, especially when they get all the lucky finds like this. That's not typical. Oh, he gets the high risk investment. So this deck does lose to Shaper pretty hard, I found. Classic problem with most Whalens, because there's just so much tutor in Shaper that they don't have a problem going through your ice. So this wormhole is expensive to use. Let's try to distract him with the Sansan. There's a Sansan here. Come get it. If he pays 8 total, I guess he paid one for Bad Pub. He can get in, it's expensive. I can click restructure next turn. Or I can push out the Alice token and get a second Alice token, which is pretty decent. And I'm at $0, which kind of sucks. He's going to deal with this. Gets all his money. I guess he's drawing pretty hard. He's drawn... No, he's not drawing that hard. He's only seen 15 cards. To see this much money in 15 cards is certainly lucky. But we're making him spend it. At least some of it. It's the R&D run. Hasn't he seen this card? Yeah, I thought he'd seen that card already from the Maker's Eye. See, Boost Camp. No, Boot Camp stole... Right, the third card I drew already. Wow, this wormhole is so close to being good, but it's just not. Because there's no trash programs out right now. He discarded Sharpshooter, so I do have some chance to like trash his stuff. And I could even use the Hive with, it still has 2 subs. But I think that's probably worse than just advancing Ice Wall and trying that way. Or even using the Wormhole. Yeah, I don't hate Wormhole in front, advance Ice Wall, play Atlas inside. So the Beanstalks, we have 3 Beanstalks in here. I'm not in love with them, but I have found them to be better than subliminal messaging because runners run all the time, at least the good ones do. Unless you're doing a ton of damage to them, it's just not really worth it. Let's see, scavenging this into... Scavenges to Atman too? Really? I guess he can Maker's Eye me, or maybe he's indexing, he just wins. He has another Maker's Eye. Wow. He's on 4 points. Whatever. We could fetch an agenda with our Alice. a hostile. He must have Crowder, right? Or something? I don't know. So this deck's running 17 ice. It doesn't feel like enough. I'm not sure that's because we're just not drawing extra cards. Like with Hub, you can run fewer cards and then you just draw more ice because you draw so many cards over the course of a game. That's not happening here, and it feels light on ice. But at the same time, if I cut economy, I'm going to get even poorer than I am now, which is not great. He's thinking hard whether he can get in here. I'm assuming he can probably get in here. But this weird scavenge play, he let him makers. Oh, he gets, okay. Yeah. If he's playing Kalimsha Kate, then he's got Cyber Cipher to pull out, which will deal with this wormhole pretty efficiently. Like, it's still 4 to break, but that's a lot better than anything else, except David, I guess. He's not going to challenge it. He's going to let it go and just go for another, for the R&D lock. I think that's fine. As Shaper, like, you can beat Whalem by just running the deck over and over again and racing them. Now you can get the Sharpshooter out, which is going to give him one more run on the R&D. You know, put the Archer here. Two Atlas tokens, but I'm still feeling pretty helpless against the R&D lock. He's got to be finding ladies soon, right? He's gotten like everything he needs for money and prepaids and draw. He's played, I think, all his draw cards now. 3 diesel and 2 quality times. Yeah, there's the lady. So yeah, I think I'm going to cut the Hive for something cheaper. Especially with the amount of parasites that's happening around. Like, it's still a great card for blue sum, but I think it's not that hot. Anywhere else? Break with Lady. $6 left. We're going to search Project Atlas. This gets it out of the deck. One less thing for him to win on. And you can see one card. Doesn't get there. There's actually not much left in the deck now. There's like 1 in 6 agendas. 1 in 6 cards are agendas. Question for me is, can I push this Atlas out? Because this wormhole costs a bajillion. So the ice wall is no longer doing anything. The wormhole costs an arm and a leg to res. And he needs to beat it by getting 2 for SMC, 2 for Cyber Cipher, and then 3 for strength, and 1 to break. He needs $8 to pass this wormhole. Does he have legwork? If he burns clone ship here, we can get Archer and we can put it in the remote. But he probably has another clone ship. He's got 8 cards in his hand. He's got to have everything he needs, right? I'm trying to think how we win this game. We either go straight for the sand sign before he gets time. He has legwork. Okay, he's going to burn his clone ship. If we're playing Biotic right now, I'd be so happy. I think we need to find space for one Biotic. So I could search it. SMC trashes the Atman. Parasite. Wow. Okay. So, what we actually want to search now is Archer is going to do anything. Ash. Ash is the one. If we survive this, we put Ash, Atlas in the remote, and he probably can't get it. Oh no, he gets it. All right, well, 50-50 anyway. Them's the breaks. We had a good shot at it. It was a little bit of a risky search, but he had to do so much to get in here, and he had to exactly have the legwork too. So yeah, I'm finding that Waylon kind of wants to rush, but with the Sand Sands you want to kind of build up and get your money together, so it's a weird tension. I'm almost thinking like a pure rush, like super modernism kind of thing would be better. But then your settles are so weak to like siphon and that kind of punishment, so I'm really not sure. Highs need to come out for sure, so I think else will be better. Maybe just more econ. Interns was nice this game. Kept him busy trashing the Sand. Have to think about it. Thanks for watching.